away from here to a place, oh, that's fresh and clear. And I gotta love oh, people and be who they need to be. Zoom, zoom. Oh man, what's going on, y'all? Hmm, I know what y'all came for, the real news. Hold up. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Yeah. Hey, that's right. Hey, let's get it. Yeah. It's Big Breed, who they wanna be. I slide the track with ease, let me preach. This the gospel where it reach the city streets is in a breach. Gotta separate the tears from the weak. Say a prayer for the real and get some help to the weak. When the last finish first, you know them bells gon' ring. They betrayed, they deceived, now they fell off in the deep. Not my dog, just some fleas. I exterminate you leeches. I be dancing just like David. I be laughing while they hating. Be the villain while they caping. But still I'm showing grace. I'm a young hand grenade. Might just blow up in your face. Like to talk behind your back to face, they get the shakes. They talk behind your back to face, they get the shakes. Heard what they said, I'm doing something right. Something right, they moving scared, can't stand in the light. In the light, they keep on talking, I must be the brightest. Must be the brightest, what they said, I'm doing something right. Something right, they moving scared, can't stand in the light. In the light, they keep on talking, I must be the brightest. Must be the brightest, what they said, doing something right. Something right, what they said, I'm doing something right. Something right, I am him, I am he. Without the industry, that's right. Pure raw talent, you can feel my energy. Stop them liars in they tracks. Come get a mega blast, DNA, synchronized sonic waves in the flash. I just jumped up out the lab and did a 100-yard dash. Only way is up, like I'm on a launch pad. And your future could be vivid if you change the contrast. Gotta hope for the best, but prepare for combat. Keep your eyes on the prize, don't let them off track. And if you take a loss, you finna get it all back. Them Bama's moving shiesty, I'ma have to fall back. I'ma travel the almanac with this iced out cognac. Cool as a fan, I'm like that, but damn, you don't stand a chance. Play this jam in the traffic jam, you gon' lead a planet. Panoramic, how these words just jump up off the canvas. Make them haters panic, it make them haters panic. Heard what they said, I'm doing something right. Something right, they moving scared, can't stand in the light. In the light, they keep on talking, I must be the brightest. Be the brightest, what they said, I'm doing something right. Something right, they moving scared, can't stand in the light. In the light, they keep on talking, I must be the brightest. Must be the brightest, what they said, we doing something right. Something right, what they said, we doing something right. Something right, yeah. Yeah. That's right, that's right. Ooh, wee. Man, peace and blessings to the chat. If y'all like that track right there, you know where you can find it. New Breed, Universal, ENT. Go over there and subscribe. Lots of good music, exclusive live streams, exclusive uploads. It's like New Breed Global Truth 2.0 with more entertainment added. So go over there and mash that subscribe. Look, y'all, welcome to the most captivating show on YouTube. People come here to get the truth. People come here to get a real understanding of what's going on in the political world and in society in general, as well as looking at things from a biblical perspective, right? To help you avoid the pitfalls of dealing with people out here, right? So you're gonna get a little bit of everything over here, right? And you got to get that spiritual vultures you signed up for, right? I see brothers and sisters rolling in. Gladiator, Shatika's in the building. Xavier, what's going on? Casper's in the house. We got three holy bulls in the house, man. Wanda Austin's in the building. Double D animation, salute. Man, I see the flame emojis all in the chat. I want y'all to be nothing short of interactive, man. Y'all are already lit already. It must be the Friday atmosphere, but y'all already are lit. I can feel y'all's energy, and it is reciprocated. You dig? Look, there's a lot going on in the news, right? So Trump won the election by a landslide. You got all kind of people coming out of the woodworks claiming that it was rigged, and all these kind of things, all these felonious accusations are being put out there, and yeah, nothing substantial, nothing that we can cleave to when it comes to that. But man, these people go through great lengths, and what I've learned in life is that when you him, right, or you her, you just doing you're the one, right, at that moment. People are going to make up things. People are going to just spin narratives. People are going to come with whatever they come up with. And I see this happening with Trump all the time. And it just is what it is. The leader of the quote unquote free world, the president, and he's not the only president who had to go through that. The media saying something that can be misinterpreted. And I believe that this whole Trump is giving reparations to white people all over the headlines, all over the news. It's all over the place. There's a lot of creators going viral. There's a lot of creators who are speaking about this. And every last one of them are wrong. Every last one of them are incorrect. They're all spreading misinformation and lies. So people come here to get the truth, right? So that's what I'm going to give you, the truth. Because sometimes people look at the headlines and they just run with it. Look, journalists of our day and age don't have no real integrity. They don't. The name of the game on the internet is clickbait. The name of the game in actual journalism, whether it be articles, magazines, or mainstream news, the name of the game is clickbait. Give a title that's salacious enough to captivate the people, and it'll be full of lies. This is what the media does. This is what those who operate on the left do, because you got to keep in mind, the airwaves belong to Satan for the most part. Of course, the Most High is going to allow the truth to shimmy its way in there, so you can't say you wasn't warned. But this world was given unto the hands of the wicked, and the airwaves is one of Satan's biggest, one of his biggest mechanisms, or tools rather, that he will use to brainwash the public. Right? Now, let's get into it. Let's get into it, man. We got some stuff to discuss here. Everybody get the likes up by double tapping your screen. Let's go. So here we got the news talking about pay reparations to white people who suffer DEI. Let's go over this, and then we're going to get into the truth.
Told you. So Donald Trump says he believes in reparations for white.
By the way, you got this image of Trump sitting here after being allegedly shot at, a botched assassination attempt, which I do not believe was real. See, I'm going to be fair with mine. I go right down the middle. I ain't over here glazing Trump or glazing one side or the other, Democrat or Republican. I'm going to go right down the middle. When the media is playing games, they playing games. You can't believe everything you see. I truly believe that botched assassination attempt was staged 100%. How can you rear your head in courage and triumph while the Secret Service is surrounding you? You would never be allowed to rear your head in triumph after somebody just tried to decapitate you with an AR-15 bullet. Not happening. That's not protocol at all. The whole thing was shady. The whole thing was shaky. All right. Now we keep it a buck over here. Anyway, let's continue.
White people who have suffered under DEI.
Now, it's interesting that this country is obsessed with race. It really is. This country is obsessed with division as well as divide and conquer, you know. And nowhere in Trump's speech, he didn't say nothing about white people. And we're going to talk about what he said. And then I'm going to dig a little bit beneath the surface to show you what he's actually doing. Let's go.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Here it is.
I will direct the Department of Justice to pursue federal civil rights cases against schools that continue to engage in racial discrimination.
Now, these federal civil rights cases are going against who, brothers and sisters? Let's see if y'all are utilizing active listening skills. Let's say it. Oh, y'all didn't hear? Y'all not paying attention? Come on, man. Or was in my chat frozen? Let me see. I know y'all heard what he said. Now, we're going to have to go. I'm going to make sure y'all listening.
To engage in racial discrimination and school justice to pursue federal civil rights cases against schools that continue to engage in.
Now, these civil rights cases are going against schools who engage in what?
Racial discrimination. And schools that persist in explicit, unlawful discrimination under the guise of equity.
Now, listen, he's sending these cases towards schools. Yeah, and you got a whole lot of schools on the edge of their seats right now. Let me break down what's really happening right now. All those people who are teaching this gender identity stuff in the schools, all the people who are teaching this critical race theory thing in the schools, all these people who are teaching these radical extreme things in the schools, they have they got cases on all of them. He putting cases on all of them. Trump coming for their top. That's what's happening right now. So the schools are on the edge of their seats. Now I want you to listen. Let's go.
Will not only have their endowments taxed, but through budget reconciliation, I will advance a measure to have them.
Yes, critical race theory is racist. This is where he's buckling down on, essentially. And we're going to go to the source to prove that.
Fined up to the entire amount of their endowment. A portion of the seized funds will then be used as restitution for victims of these illegal and unjust policies that hurt our country so badly. Colleges have gotten hundreds of billions of dollars from hardworking taxpayers, and now we are going to get this anti-American insanity out of our institutions once and for all.
Now, Trump is not giving reparations to white people. What Trump is doing is rewarding anybody who is affected by these radical teachings within the education system. That's what's happening right now. And Trump told you this is what he was going to do. So make no mistake about it. Anyway, let's continue.
Here's how Joy Reid and Don Lemon reacted.
Look, Joy Reid and Don Lemon, they need to be banished into the metaverse. Let's just put that out there right now. All black people, I want y'all to hear me and hear clearly. Tune Joy Reid and Don Lemon out. They no longer exist. If we can have a trade for somebody else, if we could trade them out of the black delegation, like y'all remember on Chappelle's show when they were trading people, we would have to get rid of them. They're problematic. Joy Reid is one of the most racist, and yes, black people can be racist. She's one of the most propaganda-filled people on this earth. And also, let's just get to it. Let's go.
To Trump's proclamation.
Reparations. But for white people.
You see how these people are so obsessed with race. And look, let me say something as well. Some of these schools, let's be clear about this. Hold on. Let's chop it up for a second. We're gonna get back to the source. Some of these schools, right, that are on the edge of their seats right now, some of them are probably going to be HBCUs. Some of them are probably going to be schools where there are actually black people who are, for lack of better terms, leading those schools, right? And make no mistake about it, that there are some black people out here who are racist towards white people. Let's make no mistake about that. There are situations where our people who are super woke thinking they're doing their part. And because they're in some type of prestigious university, they believe that they can manipulate and stop certain funding for certain students that aren't black. And this is a fact. This really does happen in some of these schools. If these people are not, if these white students or foreign students at that matter aren't bending to the critical race theory, to the racist woke agenda, where black people use their blackness to try to pretty much conquer society through guilt and through all these various manipulative methods, then these people end up not getting the funding they deserve. This stuff really does happen. And it's been happening. But anyway, I just thought I'd put that out there. Yo, we got to give y'all nothing but the facts. Anyway, let's go.
This is America.
So, in other words, reparations for white people.
That's what they came up with. After all that has been stated about what's going on in the schools, all they can come up with in their headlines is reparations for white people. I'm telling you, they are very good at manipulating our community. Let's go. And a lot of our people believe this. Let's go.
Any comments on that, Trumpites?
Look, we don't got to be Trumpites not to be mega maniacal maniacs who are confused about what's going on in the media and the news. We don't have to be Republicans or we don't have to be Republicans to see that y'all people are insane. We sit up there and watch a lot of y'all have conniptions and psychotic breakdowns after a man got elected in the office. We watch y'all threaten to leave the country, but y'all ain't going nowhere because where you gonna go with your radical beliefs? Like, where do y'all think y'all gonna go? Y'all gonna go to another country and they're gonna whoop y'all's ass, thinking you're gonna bring that crazy radical nonsense over there to them. We sat up there and watch y'all tweak out. We seen it. Y'all are psychopaths. But anyway, let's continue.
Now, I really would like, specifically, Black Trump supporters to opine on this measure. I consider it to be madness. You all have an invitation here anytime. As for the Trumpites, well, we already know.
Well, I ain't a Trumpite, but I'm a Israelite that can see. So let me do you a solid. Let me chime in. Let's read, because reading is fundamental. And y'all don't seem to be understanding what's really taking place. And y'all don't seem to know how to deal with real life situations. All right, so first and foremost, let's talk about it. President-elect Donald Trump, up-and-coming second administration, has folks on edge wondering what he will implement next. According to a resurfaced video, it sounds like Trump is planning to bring reparations to the U.S., but it's far from what we consider reparations. I will advance measures to have them fine up to the entire amount of their endowment. A portion of seized funds will then be used as restitution for victims of illegal and unjust policies. Does that say white people? Does that say white people? It says it will be used as restitutions for victims of these illegal and unjust policies. Trump said, in part, Black Twitter has interrupted his promises as reparations for white people. So Black Twitter is responsible for interrupting, and, you leave it up to Black people. He giving reparations to white people. Bro, y'all got to stop being slow. Y'all got to do some research. So because Black Twitter interrupted, or interpreted rather, I say interrupted because they caused a wedge of confusion. Because they interpreted his promises, reparation to white people, now it's on the news. It says from racial discrimination or DEI AI teaching like critical race theory. You see that? Critical race theory. Trump announced reparations for white people. This is what they say. But he is addressing critical race theory. Now, for those who don't know what critical race theory is about, allow me to enlighten. Critical race theory, intellectual and social movement and loosely organized framework of legal analysis based on the premise that race is not a natural, biologically grounded feature of physically distinct subgroups of human beings. This is what they're teaching in these schools. They're trying to confuse the people, right? We all know that everybody has a bloodline, everybody has a race. But a socially constructed, culturally invented category that is used to oppress and exploit people of color. Critical race theorists hold that racism is inherited in the law and legal institution of the United States. So, in short, critical race theorists are generally dedicated to applying their understanding of the institutional or structural nature of racism to the concrete, distant goal of eliminating all race-based and other unjust hierarchy. So, look, Trump ain't with that. And what it does is essentially it keeps black people in a victimized mentality. It got y'all thinking in a Marxist communist fashion. It got you black folks thinking that you're going to have equality in a land where you're not even meant to have equality by trying to erase race and teach that race biologically has nothing to do with nothing. You can't teach that in school. Look, we the biblical Israelites. We came from a land that we came to this land through cargo slave ships where our forefathers knew not, and we were forced to serve captivity. And now we need to wake up, pull ourselves up by the bootstraps, and stop waiting for somebody to give us some damn reparations. That's what we need to do as black folks, and stop worried about what they got going on and who they serving and what they got going on. Because from what I'm looking at, Trump is trying to make the entire country better. He's not focusing on black people. What he's focusing on is getting this wokeism and this Marxist communist stuff out of the schools. Right? Anyway, allow us to proceed. Double tap the screen to get the likes up.
This was the plan all along. Let's put up.
Hey, what's up? It's Mo. I'm here at the Alt Daisy Studios hanging out with Robert Walker of UAT.
Thanks, man. There he is. He is the great champion of the racist bigot in America.
This is what we do as people. We get the name calling. Look, let me ask y'all a serious question. Can black people be racist? Can black people be racist? Yay or nay? Chuck says, where's my reparations? You ain't getting them. The Most High got to give us our reparations. Okay, I see some people say no. A lot of people saying yes. Some people say, of course. See, I know I have an intelligent audience. I know now that I have one of the most intelligent audiences on YouTube because the mass majority are saying yes, and yes is the right answer. Anytime you get the name calling, anytime you get the attacking, anytime you use your race to try to flex on other people, that's, for lack of better terms, that's what it is. And the sad thing about it is we're not racist enough to look out for our own. We're only racist enough to attack other races. That's the crazy part about it. Because at least other so-called racist people, because racist just means you're racing to the top. I said racist only means you're racing to the top. We're racing against each other and against everybody else. Let's go.
What used to be a discussion at a dinner table inside of the home of racists everywhere has now become policy via Donald Trump. President-elect Trump said he would tax the endowments of schools.
And them schools are terrified. I'm telling you, it's a lot of schools out there that have been doing some nasty, shady work, teaching wokeism, teaching extremism, and they are on the edge of their seats right now. I cannot wait till these civil cases come out on these schools. I can't wait till they come out on these schools so we can see what's really going on and who been out here teaching this communism all up in the world. Setting up the stage for future Antifa people, future purge people, and anarchists. Because that's actually been going on in American schools, bro. And Trump knows that's a problem. Let's go.
Engaging in racial equity.
Yep, engaging in racial equity. Y'all not gonna be able to do that. Y'all really mad. Y'all woke folks is mad. Let's go.
And fine.
And I hate to say that because woke used to mean something good. But you know, this demonic system always inverting what is true. I hate to even use that term. But anyway, let's go.
Yeah. What about HBCUs, historically black colleges?
Here we go. That's what they scared of. What about HBCUs? If y'all doing white people wrong, y'all gonna get it too. If y'all was discriminating and teaching critical race theory and teaching that it's 100 genders, because that was also part of what Trump is going against. He's also going against, look, let's go. He plans to find institutions that educate about racial discrimination, and those fines and restitutions are affected. Trump's idea of racial discrimination is banning of critical race theory, which is outlined. Look, but it was more though, because he also brung up something about gender. Let me get it. It was something about gender that he don't want taught. But I have another source where he's saying it outright. He's actually saying it. But we'll get there. We will get there. I will play that source. Hold on one moment. Let's get back to it. Let's go.
Colleges and universities, like where I work. Our endowments are historically lower than other institutions. You're going to find black colleges for engaging in the upliftment of black culture.
Man, look, let me explain something, because this is what I can't stand about these bootlicking. Look, I went to an HBCU. I attended a black college, and they're not uplifting black people. All the sororities are Greek. If anything, there's a lot of discrimination that goes on if you don't join a fraternity. That's what's going on in these HBCUs and black colleges. There's a lot of fake wokeism. They'll be teaching African American studies. They'll have all this stuff, but then they'll make you pledge to a Greek fraternity. If you don't pledge to this Greek fraternity, a lot of times they will play with your credits. A lot of times you will be persecuted. A lot of times you will be harassed on campus because you're not a part of the club. These HBCUs are cults, bro. They are cults. And I hope that they get targeted. I hope that they have to get these civil cases on them. Some of the most worst experiences, and I'm speaking as a black man, some of the worst experiences I had was in an HBCU. These colleges are evil. They're evil. And they do discriminate against other people. And it's not about what you know in these schools. It's about who you connected with. There's people in these schools who graduate who are absolute buffoons, who don't show up to class, but they cool with Dean and them, or they can sell some image to the people. It could be a rapper. Look, I'm telling you, bro, HBCUs are trash. I believe they should all lose accreditation. And our people as a whole need to be just absolutely, completely re-educated all together. And the education need to start with our history, biblical history, who we are. Our entire education need to be just completely reset. We need to know who we are, what land did we come from. We need to educate ourselves. We need to read Babylon and Timbuktu. We need to be reading books like the Holy Bible, the Apocrypha, Wisdom of Solomon. We need to be reading the Josephus, the great works of Josephus. Like, forget what they talking about in these HBCUs. It's all trash. It's all malarkey. I don't stand by none of it. I hope they lose accreditation, and I hope they get sued for all the hazing that they do. I hope that gets targeted. That's why these schools are scared. That's why these woke black folks are scared. Because they part of the boule. They part of the damn fraternal order. And now they're afraid because they know they've been moving shady up in these schools. And there's about to be federal charges slapped on all y'all. Babylon is falling, but look, y'all got to get judged too. Y'all got to get that judgment, bro. Anyway, let's go. Let's go.
Keep his picture back up. So remember, he's proposing, quote, a portion of the seized funds will be then used as restitution for victims of these illegal and unjust policies that hurt our country so badly, end quote. While Trump doesn't explicitly say who would be considered victims of the so-called equity discrimination, it's safe to presume that he intends to center this on white families, given the slew of DEI lawsuits.
Yo, they're completely out of pocket. They don't know what the hell going on. Anyway, in other news, right? Because y'all know how I do. When you come over here, you're going to get a plethora of information that is going to be very useful. And you're going to have a greater understanding of where we headed here. Man, look. I can't listen to these fake woke folks for too long. Y'all know the real deal and what's really going on. And matter of fact, let's get it from Trump's mouth himself. Hold on.
Also includes our founding father documents, yes, the Constitution, which I'm fighting for every single day, very hard, to keep Americans protected. Also, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, and the Pledge of Allegiance are all part of this. God bless the USA Bible, and it's very important and very important to me. In the end, we do not answer to bureaucrats in Washington. We answer to God in heaven. Christians are under siege. We must protect content that is pro-God. We love God, and we have to protect anything that is pro-God. We will also investigate whether Big Pharma or others have illegally marketed hormones and puberty blockers.
Now, notice when he said U.S. Bible, he had a King James Bible. All right. He said King James Version. But we'll replay it so you can hear the whole thing. I think the audio started late. But this is the real issue. This is what they really afraid of, y'all.
Which are in no way licensed or approved for this use. My Department of Education will inform states and school districts that if any teacher or school official suggests to a child that they could be trapped in the wrong body, they will be faced with severe consequences, including potential civil rights violations.
And that's what the civil rights cases are. Yeah, if you over here teaching kids that it's 200 genders, if you over here teaching kids that you trapped in the wrong body, he's putting civil cases on all y'all. That's what's happening right now. I seen a little girl the other day that said that she was a man. She said, she said she was a man, a trans man who is pregnant. Little girl said that, bro. She identified as a trans man who has been pregnant. You can't make this up. Where you think she learned that from? Yo, the confusion is real. How are we going to survive as a country when you got people that running around that confused?
For sex discrimination and the elimination of federal funding. As part of our new credentialing body for teachers, we will promote positive education about the nuclear family, the roles of mothers and fathers.
That's right. Positive information about mothers and fathers. There was a teacher, I believe it was, I want to say it was Missouri. I could be wrong. But there was a teacher got in trouble for showing the kids videos about how to masturbate. Things like that, like crazy stuff be going on in these schools. Like wild stuff. And I'm talking about in elementary schools, this is the kind of going on. These civil cases are needed.
and celebrating rather than erasing the things that make men and women different and unique. I will ask.
Now imagine Black Twitter the first ones to fight against this. Imagine Black Twitter interpreting this as he's giving reparations to white people. Like, y'all got us looking crazy.
Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth. The bill will also make clear that Title IX prohibits men from participating in women's sports, and we will protect the rights of parents from being forced to allow their minor child to assume a gender which is new and an identity without the parents' consent.
No, that's the real issue. That's what the woke mob is really afraid of. Why? Because a lot of them want the alternative to be mainstream and stay mainstream because they ain't living right. They ain't living right. Look, the man is putting out civil cases against a lot of schools. Some schools are going to lose accreditation. Some of these schools are going to lose a lot of funding. And anybody who is affected, not just white people, anybody who was affected by the racist ideologies, anybody who was affected by the extremism they was teaching, anybody who was affected, they're going to be rewarded. That's not giving reparations to white people. What that's doing is there's going to be a lot of people coming with a lot of lawsuits. And there's already a list of people who are going to get their fair share. So that's what he's doing. That's one of the first things he's doing, because the man clearly understands that education is important. Education is important. You can't have people running around teaching that it's 200 genders, and when a baby is born, they can't have their own gender upon birth. That they got to wait till they go to an elementary school with some teacher that imagine your little boy or little girl go to school and some teacher is kneeling before them talking about, what gender are you? And they like, well, I'm a boy. And they were like, okay, well, look, you know you can have more than one gender. Yeah, you're a boy on the outside, but how do you feel in the inside? How about we put this dress on you? How does this dress feel on you? Do you feel girly? Because you can be a girl or a boy. You can choose. That's what's happening in schools, bruh, in elementary schools. And somehow, some way, this man suing schools. You got woke YouTubers coming to the forefront talking about he's giving reparations to white people. Like, y'all the ministers of the devil. Y'all are the ministers of misinformation. You people are absolutely out of your minds. Y'all will do anything to hold on to the Babylonian Sodom and Gomorrah evil agenda. And y'all lining your pockets up based on lies. I'm telling you, the confusion of Babylon, man. The confusion of Babylon. Now we got more. Somebody said, I need my reparations. Negro, you tripping. You want your reparations? You want your reparations? Well, start serving the Most High, because the riches of the wicked are stored up for the righteous. The riches of the wicked are stored up for the righteous. That's when you'll get your reparations. So if you walking upright, you following his word, eventually you're going to get what you deserve. That's where our reparations come from. They ain't going to come from Babylon. Your reparations ain't coming from no president. And I got some stuff to say about Trump too. We just warming up here, because I go right down the middle with all this stuff. I'm just going to give you the truth. Now, we got to talk about something that's very interesting. We got to talk about Elon Musk and Trump's affiliation with each other. But before I do that, give me one moment. Give me one moment. I'll be right back. Thank y'all. Pound the like button by double tapping your screen. Pound the like button. Double tap the screen. Hold on one moment. I got to get some more water here. I have got to stay hydrated, people. Got to stay hydrated. But we're going to get into this, right? Elon Musk. I don't know if y'all know this, but Elon Musk was just made. Hold on one moment. I got the phone all up in my nose. Hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. Because some of y'all, I tell you about these things because a lot of times I'll be ahead of my time with this. And what I might have to do is crop some of this video and upload it because we talking about two different things. We talked about the white people thing, but it's something else on my mind that I just can't get it off my mind. Who Trump used to be his right-hand man is Elon Musk. He gave him a very interesting position in the White House. And I got to talk about this for a minute because it's something that I'm thinking about, right? For those who don't understand the relationship between Elon Musk and Donald Trump, Elon Musk, he helped Donald Trump in his time of need. For those who don't know, Donald Trump was pretty much banned and removed from all social media. He was banned from Twitter, where he had the most traction and the most following. Elon Musk decided, I'm going to buy Twitter. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to bring Donald Trump back in. And I'm going to make sure Donald Trump has a social media presence, which was very key in helping Donald Trump maintain a social status that eventually got him in office. And I would think that Donald Trump, to some degree, will feel indebted to Elon Musk. So he gave him a position. At least that's the story on face value. That's what the people, that's what we see. But I got to say this, y'all. It don't sit right with me. It don't sit right with me because Elon Musk, I believe, number one, some of y'all gonna think I'm a conspiracy theorist. I don't think he real. I don't think he a human. He might be AI. I don't know. Either AI or a half-breed reptilian shapeshifter. I don't even think that Negro from this planet. I think he got Anunnaki blood. I don't care. There's something weird about that man. It is what it is. It's something different. I think he's some type of half humanoid tether. I don't even believe he's real, bro. And his infatuation with artificial intelligence is what really grasped my attention in this situation. And yeah, Elon Musk is a different type of person, right? Somebody said, why do you dislike him? I don't trust him. I don't trust Elon Musk. I believe that there's going to be a lot of technological advances in the near future. There's going to be a lot of technological advances, and people, they're going to seem good at first. This Optimus robot thing is going to be in every household. I believe Trump is going to use Elon Musk to generate more jobs, but artificial intelligence will be at the helm of these jobs. And people are going to say, oh, the economy is growing and things look like they may be flourishing. This is just my theory. But at the end, what happens when AI turn in on us? What happens when man start relying on artificial intelligence? What happens when these disembodied souls, these disembodied spirits are empowered over mankind? And I know that sounds crazy. That might sound like I just threw a sci-fi channel movie script at you. Like, yo, Breed throwing movie scripts. The truth is stranger than fiction. And all signs lead up to a new damn revolution taking place. And Donald Trump, I think he's, along with him and Elon Musk, they got some plans, bro. They not thick as thieves, and they not tight like that unless they got some plans for the country. And we see a lot of movies that's predictive programming. Somebody said, why are you scared? I ain't scared. Because I'm already making moves towards the direction of safeguarding me and mine. I serve the Most High. Ain't no fear coming out of me, but I'm informed. You know, in this day and age, when you inform, they say you're scared. New Glip, thank you for the contribution. Says Trump's job is to reduce government regulation so Elon can make what he wants. Right, and we're gonna talk about that. I got some sources that I want to go to about this Elon Musk guy, his position, what he's going to be doing. I do have sources. Give me one moment. I want to pull up one more source on this so I can just play these for y'all. And y'all tell me what y'all think. What do y'all think is going on here? First of all, let's see what Elon's position is in government. He has a very prestigious position in government. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. This is the one I want to go to first.
Department of Government Efficiency. You know what that's going to do is take a look at all the federal expenditures. If you're not getting,
he is look. He speaks kind of quick, but this is his position in government. Elon Musk.
Department of Government Efficiency.
He is the head of the Department of Government Efficiency. They made a whole new branch. They made a whole new organization for Elon Musk. The Department of Government Efficiency. Now we're talking about the guy who is infatuated with AI. We're talking about the robot guy. So who's going to be running our government? Let's use some critical thinking right here. They're going to be throwing terms like budget reduction and this, that, and the third and tax breaks. And they're going to throw all of that. But I'm not hearing all that. What I'm looking at is the guy who is infatuated with artificial intelligence is going to be running the Department of Government Efficiency. So it sounds like to me that AI is the possibility of AI running the government to make it more efficient. I think the possibility of that happening is highly likely. I truly do. I believe it's highly likely. But y'all can think what y'all want. Let's go.
You know what that's going to do is take a look at all the federal expenditures. If you're not getting great value for money for your hard-earned tax dollars, cancel it. I would like to say it's a hard job, but actually it's not because there's so much waste. So I actually this is fairly easy.
Tiffany says fear mongering. Are you scared, Tiffany? Hey, let me ask y'all, how many people in this chat is scared right now? How many people in here are scared about we're covering the news? By just saying no or nah, not me. Some people laughing. It's like, what? Who the hell, what are you scared for? Anyway, let's keep cooking. Let's ignore the trolls. If I got any moderators in the building, anybody just talking stupid, what you do is you text in the chat, why are you dumb? And then block them. Anyway, let's go.
Easy job. Well, it will get a lot of opposition, naturally, from the entrenched interests that get the money and do nothing good with it. They'll be grumpy about it. But the American people will be very happy that their tax dollars are being spent in a much more sensible way. We also want to have extreme transparency. You know, so like no shady backroom deals or whatever, everything done open, total exposure. Like you can see the mistakes that are made, the good things that are done. You can comment on it.
And they do got different apps, man, that are pretty transparent. They do. I give them that. They got something that they made. I can't think of the name of it. If y'all know it, there's some app that Donald Trump and Elon Musk make that have like you can put your own like ideas as far as bills and legislation, and you can have people vote on it, and you can actually run it. Like it's very interactive. They got some interactive stuff going on. Like they are doing some next level stuff when it comes to technology and implementing these things within our government, like how things are done. Like they're making the people feel, yeah, somebody said that's interesting. Yeah, they're making the people feel involved. Like, and I mean, you know, they doing some next level stuff. I mean, but where does this lead up to in the future for real? Somebody said, Newbury, do you believe the gang stalking evil funding will be uncovered and stopped? I think that people who are victims of gang stalking are eventually going to have to link up with their own people, their own tribe, and get into a place where they're in a governed body among their own. Because as if you're being gang stalked, it's pretty much one of those things of human experimentation. But what it's going to take is being around your own people that can police their own environment. You know, sort of like the Amish. It's sort of like the Amish. Ain't nobody gang stalking the Amish. Why? Because all the Amish people they're doing what they doing. They building. They with each other. Anyway, let's go.
You can, raise concerns. That's the best way to restore trust in government. Not that you should trust government. You shouldn't trust government, but it'll be, you can trust it slightly more.
Yeah, I think that, and see, this is what Elon Musk is trying to do right now, restore a little more trust in government. So when they start rolling out these damn robots, you can trust them. If they start rolling out AI, you can trust that too. I ain't trusting none of that. Anyway, I got more sources on Elon that really raised some eyebrows about this guy. So we gotta chop it up and talk about it.
Various issues just before we started. You said you were up till 4 a.m.
Yeah,
So-
actually a little more like 5 in the morning. But
Okay.
we got the XAI data center or supercomputer center.
He said he has a data supercomputer center. Now I know he talks really quickly, and there are captions, but they're really small. But I need y'all to hear this because this stuff is really happening. This is some real sci-fi channel stuff going on, right? Elon says he has a super data computer system. Where's he saying it? He says something about a new God is coming. Watch this.
Training from beginning installation to start of training days, which is
They started it, and this is a while ago. They already started this program. So this is something like CERN what he got going on, but for AI. I want y'all to hear this.
the fastest that anyone has ever gotten a supercomputer to train.
The fastest they got any supercomputer to train.
And is that in that new building off to the side?
That's in Memphis, actually.
It's in Memphis, actually. What Memphis is he talking about?
Memphis?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's where you were?
Yeah.
I see.
Memphis, the capital of ancient Egypt.
The capital of ancient Egypt. In Memphis, the capital of ancient Egypt. Yo, this man is Anunnaki, bro. This man dealing with the fallen angels, bro. This man dealing with the archons and shadow beings, the fallen angels that's under the damn pyramids. They over there doing stargates. Yo, I'm telling you, bro, look, I pay attention to stuff, man. I don't care. I'm informed, bro. You can call me what you want to call me, whatever. Nah, something's happening in Egypt. He's saying that he in ancient Egypt with a supercomputer. Y'all don't think that's strange? This is the guy who's Trump right-hand man right here. So they got other entities that they following. How do you think these people even got that supercomputer? How do you think they get this technology? It's coming from other entities, y'all. Y'all got to understand, man, this ain't some movie stuff. This is all biblical. If you read the book of Enoch, the book of Enoch tell you all about how these fallen angels would teach mankind divination, enchantments, magic, sorceries, different, they would give mankind different technology for warfare. I'm telling you, they Satanists, all of them Satanists. Listen.
Right. Yeah, you're bringing what?
Perhaps that's where our new God will come from.
Yeah, no kidding.
He said that's where our new God will come from. They in Egypt over there creating a new God, bro. And this man is Trump right-hand man up in the White House running government. Y'all don't think that's crazy? Like, y'all not piecing this together here. Somebody said Elon just a moron. Nah, he might be a moron, but he got some extra intelligence coming from somewhere. Somebody said, LOL, you reaching. I'm reaching. You got this man telling you they got a supercomputer in Egypt, that a new God is coming, and I'm reaching. This same man got real robots walking around. Have you not seen the Optimus bot? That joint in the bars making drinks. That joint mowing people's lawns, babysitting people's children. You think I'm reaching? Man, you give this country 8 years, it's gonna be like a show of Black Mirror out here. It's gonna be like a show of Black Mirror. Social credit system, all of it. Transhumanism, all of it.
Kidding. No kidding. Yeah, I wish that was funny.
He said, look, even the dude said, I wish that was funny. He said, I wish that was funny. He's talking about a new god is coming out of Egypt. Yo, we're going to be playing cyberpunk out here.
Yeah, okay, so I want to talk to you about a line.
I wish that was funny.
Yeah.
Look, he can't stop laughing.
Yeah,
Great. Various issues just before we started. You said you're
Elon Musk, he a different breed, bro. I want you to hear something else. This should catch your attention too, because I got some data on Elon Musk. Look.
What happens if someone ultimately does get a Neuralink installed? What
we talking about the man who made the Neuralink.
will take place?
Well, for version 1 of the device, it would be it basically implanted in your skull. So
That's the mark of the beast. He's talking about implanting stuff in people's skulls, bro. Where you think he getting this information from? Egypt.
but it would be flush with your skull. So you basically take out a chunk of skull.
Take out a chunk of skull and replace it.
Put the Neuralink device in there. You put the electrode, you'd insert the electrode threads very carefully into the brain.
It's Bible prophecy. Book of Revelation says, I will cause all small and great, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their forehead, that he cannot buy or sell, say if he have the mark. Now I want you to listen to what this Neuralink will do if someone was to pass away. We're going to get into that.
And then you stitch it up and you wouldn't even know that somebody has it.
You wouldn't even know someone has it. There's a lot of people walking around with the mark already.
So then it can interface basically anywhere in your brain.
It can interface anywhere in your brain. Now, let's talk about this Neuralink. How we know it's the mark of the beast, and how we know is, at least if it's not the mark of the beast, it is a rendition of it. Because the mark of the beast come in many forms, right? Yeah, somebody said this guy is loony. I mean, I agree, but this is who's going to be running our government efficiency for the next 4 years in Trump's administration. What do you make out of all that? What do you make out of a guy like this running government efficiency? I mean, really, y'all, share y'all's opinion in the chat. Let me know what y'all think about this. What do you think? Do you think that he's going to make the American government run more efficient? Talk about it.
Let's say Neuralink enables a full sort of recording of memories and all of your feelings and everything. If you got disintegrated, but then got reintegrated immediately with no pain or anything.
Somebody said better than Joe and Carmela. I'm gonna have to agree. Charlie Murphy. No, I agree with you. That's better than Joe and Carmela. I think Joe Biden already kicked the bucket, if you ask me. I think that was a clone. Anyway, let's go.
Anything? Did you die? Well, not really, because you're still continuing. What is death actually?
Did you die? No, because you're still continuing. There's a scripture in the Bible that said man will seek death but can't find it. Meaning you're going to have people living centuries under this Neuralink.
The loss of the information associated with that individual. And if you no longer have loss of information associated with that individual,
he speaks at a low tone of voice.
Death has no meaning. Let's say Neuralink enables a full sort of recording of memories and all of your feelings and everything. If you got disintegrated, but then got reintegrated immediately with no pain or anything, did you die? Well, not really, because you're still continuing. What does death actually mean? It's the loss of the information associated with that individual. And if you no longer have loss of information associated with that individual, death has no meaning.
That's Black Mirror stuff. They're going to be literally recording your memory putting your damn data on an interface, transferring your consciousness into other humans. So you couldn't die if you wanted to. He's going to be transferring your soul and your consciousness into other humans, bro. This is what Elon Musk dude is about. And Trump hired him to be the right-hand man to run government affairs. I got to look at stuff like that. I pay attention. Yes, I think it is a better look. We got Trump in office. He's doing some great things. This Elon Musk dude, man, you know, I don't know where this is headed. You know, life is interesting. Life is interesting. All you can really do is just kind of sit back and see what's going to transpire. But, you know, people of the Most High, all we can really do is make sure that as far as our households go, as far as how we live our lives, we serving the Creator. You know, nobody's operating in fear. We're just aware. We're on our posts. The Most High tell us to be watchmen. And that's exactly what I do. I pay attention to what's going on in the world, and I'm able to deliver this information to you so you can be more aware. Awareness is key. Somebody said, let me see, I see the chat is exploding right now. I see the flame emojis, man. Y'all been lit. Y'all got some good energy with y'all, man. Y'all got some real good energy with y'all. Let me see what y'all talking about real quick before we close out. See what the people talking about. Somebody say, you mad he is the most successful African in USN. He white. What? Somebody said you have to keep your enemies close. So you think Trump is keeping Elon close? What do you mean by that? Someone else says, thank you, 100%. Flame emojis. Somebody says, people saying that whites would get reparations are sowing seeds of hate. Absolutely. It's a complete lie. Nowhere in Trump's speech did he say that. What you have is a lot of woke people, and I hate to use that term because woke should be a good thing. Woke should signify a state of awareness. But you have a lot of extremists. Let's just call them for what they are. Leftists, communists, extremists, anarchists, whatever the hell you want to call them. They're upset because somebody's finally clamping down on critical race theory, as well as some of the discrimination that other students have had who don't want to adhere to those philosophies, as well as people who have didn't get the financial backing that they deserved because you had these extremists in positions of power, who are the same people teaching your little girls and little boys that they can be up to 200 genders, and that, you know, they can have that they can go mutilate themselves and transform themselves when they become of age. Not even of age. They can make these decisions very early now, because, you know, they use Dwayne Wade's son to make it acceptable by turning him to a daughter while still being considered a minor. And that's when it really got bad. But now they teaching this in the schools. Like, look, whatever you want to be, you can be. And that's why, you know, I talked a little bit about Denzel Washington yesterday. The fact that he kneeled to the Roman Empire. For those who don't know, I covered Denzel yesterday, and the man, he decided to take a role in Gladiator 2 and actually tongue kiss a grown man. And, you know, they always go after our heroes, and I can't even say they went after him because it sounded like he wanted to push the envelope. He wanted to push the envelope. He said that they removed the scene because they got scared, as if he's saying, look, he wanted that out there. And that's real disheartening to see that, because the people that we tend to look up to, people who not supposed to be wanting to promote the agenda and misrepresent us as a whole, because, you know, that group of people are a marginalized group of people. It shouldn't be in every movie. It shouldn't be in every TV show. It shouldn't be in every sitcom or series where that lifestyle has to be put on the people. China's not doing that. And they probably gonna be the next superpower because of that. But for some odd reason, they gotta do that in America. And it's just, we're tired of seeing it. Looking forward, thank you for the contribution, says Shalom, my brother. So looking forward, and we got a couple people who came through to support. Look, man, look, if y'all gain inspiration from my material, feel free to Cash App, New Breed Global Truth 77. Feel free to super chat. You know, that's what keeps this channel growing and building. Yeah, it's like they want everybody to be alternative. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the timing of all of it. It's like, soon as it seems like black men are not bowing to the divine feminine energy, black men, when they take a step back and seem to be at least trying to empower themselves and have certain conversations that equal empowerment, it's like they just put one of their revered people in a dress, or put this one in a wig, or let's have one of they OGs kiss a grown man. And the irony of all that, he did it in a Roman movie. And it's almost like they're reinstating that the Roman Empire is in control. It's like that's what they're saying to us. It's like they're saying the Roman Empire is still in control. You Negroes can say and do what y'all want to do. Y'all don't have the gumption to pull yourselves up, because look what we can do. Look at the power we have to have one of the most revered OGs and elders in the game put on Roman garments and tongue down another man. It's like, this is the power we have. We are the Romans. We are the Roman Empire. Put him in a Roman gladiator movie, had this man kissing another man. And just because the footage don't get released, don't mean they're not holding on to it. Don't mean they're not sitting there holding on to that footage. That footage will come out eventually, even if it doesn't come out in the movie. And it's just, in a way, it's like Denzel Washington about to retire. Yeah, they sending a message. And it's like he's saying, yeah, it's almost like Denzel is saying to the people, yeah, this is what I did to get the bag. So what? This is what I did to get the bag. Oh, y'all was praising and showing admiration for me all these years? No, I've been part of the program. An actor, always acting. That's what it's like saying, I've been acting the entire time. An actor's always acting. That's why you gotta stop idolizing people. That spirit of idolatry gotta get off of people, because then you end up disappointed and be like, damn. Or you end up believing something that ain't true. We gotta stop idolizing people. Yeah, they had Denzel looking soft, man. 2 earrings in his ear, Roman garments, bro. It's man. And then you had Ali Carter, who came out making all these accusations about Denzel and his connections to the Diddy party. That came from a woman by the name of Ali Carter. I cover her story on Rumble. I do have a Rumble account. All you gotta do is look up New Breed Global Truth on Rumble. And if you want to see that video, go ahead and pull it up. But man, I'm telling you, this stuff is wild. Somebody said, like he said, the Bible already judged the community, so no reason to speak on it. What do you mean by that? Somebody said all those women was lusting for years and he could have been a down low actor. Yep, it be like that, man. It's crazy. Hollywood, they be really on something else. Somebody said you have to have morals as an actor. You can bend those morals for roles, but you should always stand firm. Yeah, I agree. I mean, like, you got to think about it. Denzel has an illustrious career. He has so many movies that are box office hits. My mind state is like, why would he do that? Why would he find a need to do that? What's the purpose? You know, why? It's almost like he's saying he couldn't retire. He could not retire without somehow degrading the black male image. Now, he's played in roles that are sort of questionable, like when he played the drunk pilot. You know, the pilot that was always inebriated that end up crashing. Some people would say, well, that was a kind of a film where he was not in control. He wasn't the same demurring Denzel Washington. So I think he got shot in the butt in Training Day or whatever. Stuff, little stuff like that. People would nitpick, but honestly, Denzel putting on Roman garments in full-fledged kissing a grown man, then going on a show and saying that he wanted it released. And he said that with a smile on his face. Yo, that's out of pocket, bro. I lost respect. I lost respect. That was one of my favorite actors, and I've lost respect off of that because he didn't have to do it. And he's telling us who he been down with the whole time. He's telling us he's been down with the Roman Empire the whole time. Telling me. And people, some people don't like that, but hey, you got to call a spade a spade. You got to call a spade a spade. Anybody being disrespectful, name calling anybody in the chat or name calling the host, make sure they're removed. Make sure they're removed. If I have any moderators, it's about time I start handing out more wrenches so we can get all detractors and distractions out of the way. Somebody said Alonzo in Training Day was a stereotype role. Yeah, a dirty cop. Somebody said, let me see. If he wanted to be respected as an actor, what? That's an incomplete sentence. Somebody said people be hating. Somebody said unless something is coming out, you're name calling. Good luck with Trump. Look, whatever. Y'all always see when I cover these politics, I go right down the middle and I give y'all the information, right? You do with it what you want to do with it. I want to say bless y'all for watching another broadcast, and I got much more material coming. Do yourselves a favor and turn the post notification bell on so you can get these streams as they're being uploaded. Much more material coming. One love, peace and blessings to you all. With that being said, shalom and peace.